Well, after my schoolboy error a couple of days ago, I thought we'd come back slightly earlier than planned today because looking at the fixtures the rest of this season, these two games are probably the most important. We're in 15th place, and while it looks comfortable at the moment, we've got a horrible run in after the international break. So today, against 19th and 13th, the two results are going to be crucial. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 61 of Saving Southend with me, Daniel. We are back today in 15th place, 9 points clear of the relegation zone and 3 points off our total from last year where we survived by the skin of our teeth. And today we face 19th place Bournemouth on the road and 13th place Wolves at home. After that, we face 4 of the top 8 in succession in a run into the season and don't face any sides below 11th place in our run-in. So these two games are crucial. If we don't reach last season's tally in this episode, we might not reach it at all. But crucially, we've got to find a way to get results. We've got 2 players out injured, but if you're looking forward to seeing how we compete, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. And of course, we're coming up against the club that we've spent time at in the head coach this year. So there will be a couple of familiar names, albeit Tyler Adams suspended. Let's start though by having a look at the schedule to see what's been going on here in the 3 games off camera. We crucially got the one big win we needed, and it was lucky, by the way. We went 1-0 down to Leeds. Teddy Ivanov came back from suspension, and to be fair, he made amends for his stupidity the month before. A brace, including a 96th-minute winner, as I thought it was going to be one of those days. We were battering 10-men leads for the last half an hour, but we just couldn't find that breakthrough. Teddy Ivanov popped up with it at the end. And a big shout out as well on the right to Takatsuka, who set it up in the last minute. After that, it was 2-1 defeats galore. We lost 2-1 against Sheffield United. PJ Smith equalised, but then an 89th minute penalty cost us. Harrison Parker gave it away after picking up a knock. We'd used all our subs, so I couldn't take him off. And then away at Newcastle, it was very comfortable. A former head coach hero of ours this year, Gabriel Veron, he tore us apart playing off the left for them. Teddy Ivanov did get one back just after the break. Martin Cox picked up an injury, which sees him out today. But overall, we're in a decent position, and we got the 3 points that were most important. You look at the rest of the season here, though, and after Bournemouth and Wolves and the international break, we face 7th place Leicester away, 6th place Chelsea at home, top of the table Arsenal away, 8th place Everton at home, 2nd place City away, 9th place West Ham at home, and 11th place Villa away. Yes, we've not got cups or anything else to get excited about this time, but that run-in is treacherous if we don't pick up at least 3 points today, arguably possibly 4. Away from home at Bournemouth is going to be the big test. We've got to win at home to Wolves. So let's just go and see if we can do it. The dynamics are fairly steady at the club. The managerial support's great. The team cohesion's good. Of course, the club atmosphere is damaged by the huge turnover of staff this year. We know that. We're working hard to get them all together. And we know that the big problem we've got here is that all of the things I talked about in our youth development special, in our dynamics guide, in the special about mentoring, we've not been able to get that done here quickly enough. Yes, we've got most players now into the core social group, but the hierarchy's not as great as it has been. Not many highly influential players. It's all a little bit off, but we'll get there eventually. For now, let's get through the fixtures. Bournemouth away from home. Leeds have lost to United. They're basically done now. With 8 games to go, they're not catching us. If we beat Bournemouth today, the same will apply to them. But that's why this game's so crucial. If I'm being honest with you, looking at the table and where teams are, I would rather draw this game and beat Wolves. But if we can pick up a win, I'm not ultimately really caring which game it's in. So looking at this Bournemouth side, they've got some interesting players there actually. The likes of Omobama Deli, Lloyd Kelly still in, Michael Elise right wing, Lancashire up front, Chukwuemeka in the middle, and then a couple of players we'll recognise from our save in the head coach, Lewis Cook and Max Aarons, who we have managed at Bournemouth in that save. Hamed Traore is the man to close down. We've actually got a sellout at Bournemouth, which is something we haven't seen often when managing them in a head coach. So let's see what team we can put out today. Hugo just finding a bit of poor form at the wrong time. Thankfully, Teddy Ivanov is finding some good stuff. Unfortunately, Diogo Fernandez is injured again, but should be back for next week on the bench. And again, I've just tried to stick with a couple I trust. I would have dropped Takatsuka, but Volsky's only just back from an injury. And Leznik's been the better left back. Parker is the best centre half by a mile. I can't drop him out. So this overall is the team we've gone for, with Martin Cox out injured as well. Is Caljo between the sticks, who's hit a little bit of poor form at this point of the season, is still improving as a good young keeper though. We've got Leznik and Adeniji at fullback, who was absolutely torn apart by Veron last game after a run of really good form in the team. Parker and Emir Williams, the two centre-halves. Jimenez and Harrison, the centre midfielders. Takatsuka and Sam Amo out wide. And then up front, the informed Teddy Ivanov, who is becoming a superstar, by the way. We're going to have to watch out for this minimum fee release clause, because in the summer, I feel it might get triggered. Albeit, it's probably not a bad deal for the club. He's alongside Joe Hugill. Let's see how they get on today. It is 4-4-2 away at Bournemouth. And if we win it, we're all but safe. Well, this is an interesting one. Diogo Fernandez confused and upset about being left out, despite the fact he failed a fitness test. You would have thought that the fitness guru might have told him that. The rest of the people are happy. Cameron Ishmael's a bit of a disappointment this year, but we'll get him back over the summer and sort him out. Let's get through the dressing room. Marco Silva in charge of Bournemouth. A couple of familiar names. Let's hope they don't come back to haunt us, as they're playing 4-3-3. They've got the extra man in midfield, but they're not in great form. They're not a great side. Can we compete and secure our safety? Into the first half we go. I'll take the most boring game in the world if we can nick this 1-0, which we did a couple of times in recent episodes, didn't we? We had that dramatic one at Southampton where we drew 1-1, as Sam Amo, the former Southampton man, nicks the ball in the centre circle for Harrison, and Jimenez, the most improved, to Takatsuka. Oh, great tackle. Lloyd Kelly's block there is stunning. Really good work from him. It's out for a corner, which Sam Amo will take. Chance to cross left-footed to the back post. Keeper comes and just makes it. Parker was going up there, and he almost got there ahead of the keeper. But with 15 minutes gone, it stays 0-0. I've got to show you Joaquin Jimenez actually really improving. Because we signed him at 18, he's going to become homegrown at the club as well. So could be a real linchpin of our future. And if he reaches his potential as a wonder kid, could be one of the best players we've ever had. Might have to deal with his fee release clause as well. It does expire after this summer. So if we don't get 45 million in the summer window, we're safe for the rest of his contract. With 25 gone, it's 0-0 here. No shots on target yet. We've been the better side and we've had most of the pressure, as it's another corner to the back post. Then we've won it again with Parker. But it's just over the bar. Oh, it's so frustrating. We're really doing well. I'm going to encourage the boys because the morale's not that high. As Leznik's got a throw, please don't do anything silly. Parker steps out of the back line to Jimenez, who gives the ball away after all the praise. It was bound to happen, wasn't it? Traore goes wide to Lloyd Kelly. Down the line, he looks for Traore again. Held up by Adeniji, but releases Chukwuemeka. Chance to cross, there's two in the middle. Elise beats Leznik to it. Aaron's across goal. Deflects onto the post and away. And it's still not clear as Elise shoots from the edge. And that's just a moment of magic from a superstar player. Yes, we had the chance to get it clear first. Yes, we should have had it away from danger. But that's magic from a superstar. And with their first shot of the game, AFC Bournemouth are ahead. Oh, we're getting FM'd. And I know we've done it to a couple of sides recently. But this would be a real sickener. Because in a game of this magnitude, we've got to get a result. And from this point, I'll take a draw. As Takatsuka crosses in, Sam Amo's up. Oh, he's blown the header over. What have you done there? I'm a bit worried about Harrison Parker. He's really dropping off at centre-half. And he's the man we've been relying on to hold it together. But we've got a throw on the left with Leznik. The cold is coming through here. And the voice is disintegrating as Leznik finds Emir Williams. Here is Parker. Can you make amends? Carries forward under no pressure at all. Bring the ball out, man. Here he comes. He's got support from Harrison. Good first touch. He's got two with him, but goes alone. Harrison from the edge. Big deflection on the shot. The keeper was down at his near post, but the nick just took it past him. And Harrison scores, only in the team because of the Martin Cox injury. But fair play to him. He's done so well when he's come in. And with an hour gone, I'm going to make some changes. We're going for the experience of Sam Adozi for Sam Amo. Hugo off for Adowu. I'm going to leave the rest a few more minutes because for now, we're getting back into this game. And I just want to make sure it's comfortable. I mean, you look at the stats as Elise's on a free kick. Don't do this to me. Don't do it. It's wide. We have been so dominant in this football game. It would be a crime if we lose it. It wouldn't be a particularly fair result if we draw, but I'll take that. If we lose it, I will be furious. We're going to encourage the boys with 15 to go. And I think we are going to throw on a couple more now. Adeniji is struggling at right back. I'm going to have to bring on Ishmael and switch Lejnik over. And then we're going to take off Jimenez for PJ Smith, who will become a deep liar on support. And then Takat Zuka for Volsky, the final one. He's had a couple of big performances off the bench this season. We could really do with a moment now. As it is, I'll take the point because I want to make sure we don't lose. The performance has been really encouraging. But can we go on and find that winner? I'm not going to go all out as I have in some other games because it wouldn't be bad if we don't lose it. As Volsky gets the ball to Lejnik, this could be special. Adozi's up and Samuel beats him there. Good goalkeeping. That would have been a moment, wouldn't it? Bournemouth trying to play out from the back with Humphreys. Can we catch them? Arroyo to Traore. No, they've broken free. We're in trouble now. Lancashire to Badouri in the middle. Ishmael nicks it well. Adozi can break away. Had a few sub-appearances, but not really made an impact yet. That's a good ball in, though, to Teddy Ivanov, who heads just wide. 7 minutes added on. Can we make the pressure count? The expected goals is 2 to 0.15, but it's a Bournemouth corner. I'm petrified. Don't do it to me. Lewis Cook's going to take it short to Mbeumo. Are they time wasting? No, they've released Cook. Oh, God. Oh, it's wide from Omobamidele. Sam Adozi has just made the block of a lifetime. Not what we signed him for, but that might be the most vital contribution he makes this season. A goal-saving tackle, but will the corner be cleared? Parker heads away. Badouri forced backwards. And Adozi's block looks like being crucial. 3 minutes of added time to go. It's a Bournemouth goal kick. I'm almost thinking about time wasting as Aarons breaks away down the right. In a game we've been so dominant, it seems so wrong. But it might be too late anyway. And Mbuemo's got the ball on the edge. Back to Arroyo, into Lancashire. Don't you dare. Off the post, rebound, get it away. Traore on the left. Back to Mbeumo, please. Don't do it. Arroyo, back to the edge of Dozy, heads it away. God, he's defending for his life, that boy. We draw 1-1. I mean, it is an absolute disgrace that we've not won that game on the stats. However, we stay unbeaten against those teams below us. It means they can't close the gap. And for Bournemouth, with 17 points now, 15 behind with 9 to go, you've got to say that's probably job done as well. We're 10 clear of Southampton, but we've played an extra game. And now Wolves at home is crucial. Our home form has been far better than ours on the road this season. And Wolves is the last really winnable game we've got. And the lowest placed team we face the rest of this year. We can win that one. We go above them on the 35. We beat last year's total and I'll say we're safe at that point. Let's go and see if we can do it. Wolves at home is the big one. Well, it's fitness test time ahead of what must now be the biggest game of the season. Our last genuine chance to get ahead of last year's points total and wrap up what would probably be survival pretty early. We've had a couple of knocks during the week. Parker and Jimenez apparently fit. I'm not sure Jimenez is going to be 100%. Diogo Fernandez should make the bench, but you can see shouldn't really be playing. So let's just see what people look like because we're not in the greatest of shape and it's a Wolves team that have been pretty average. You can see they've had a huge turnover of players. They've got Nathan Collins back, they've got Igor centre half, and they've got Tariq Lamptey at right back, but not a number of familiar names in their team. Lewis Williams is a regen in the middle. They've got Muric in goal and Odobert off the left, so maybe done a bit of raiding of Burnley as well. It's a Wolves side that's not in the greatest of shape, so let's see how we get on against them. Only 13,000 expected at Stamford Bridge today. I think I might be right in saying this is our last game at Stamford Bridge because we're due back in the start of April, sorry. Yeah, and we're not playing there to the middle. So this is our last game away from Southend. Let's see if we can make it count. Maybe that'll give us a boost in the last home games against the top sides. I don't know. Let's see what the teams look like because Jimenez, despite what they say, is not fully fit. I think the best way around that without changing much is to bring Smith in and move Harrison over. and we'll leave Jimenez on the bench as a result of that. We've also got Diogo Fernandez coming in for Allen. And I'm looking at the subs bench. Do I bring a Doru in for Hugill, who's been in poor form? And at the back, again, we're struggling defensively. But I feel I've got to leave it as it is. It's the best of what's available. So this is the team we've gone for. The only changes are one enforced with Smith coming in for the injured Jimenez and a Doru coming in for the out of form Hugill and Diogo Fernandez there if need be. But this is a relegation 6-pointer. A chance for us to secure our survival pretty much. Can we go and do it? Well, let's go and see. Well, a huge opportunity awaits. As actually missing out for Wolves today, we've got João Pedro, Ryan Nori, Czech Decore out of the squad entirely, Jamie Shackleton there as well, Murat Yakin the manager, and a bit of a mixed match of names in that team, isn't there really? So let's go make home advantage count. We've got a couple of them motivated. We've got a real opportunity to win. So let's get through the tunnel interview. Let's get into the first half. We've lost 3 of our last 5. Wolves not in great nick either. And Stamford Bridge is sparsely populated for our final temporary home game. As we start with a shot on target and a few attempts, but no highlights. And now it's Wolves with the first one of the match. Corner to the back post. Harrison up, not really away. Odebear brings it down. Out to the right to Collins, who was making his way back. And Jose Marsa finds Lamptey. He gets it into Alex Valla. Up to Igor, and now Odebear. Back to Alex Valla again. They're keeping possession well here, Wolves. I don't want to be chasing all day long. I'd really like to get on the front foot as Emir Williams gets a foot in on his namesake, but not enough. Adeniji's been beaten. Odebear's done him. Into the box. Williams unmarked and skies it. I mean, the commentary said it all. It's an absolute sitter. And we've got away with one there. Forest are playing Southampton at the bottom, so someone's going to be making ground on us if we don't win this game. This is huge, and we've not started well. Odebear gets it out to the left again. He's skinned Adeniji for the second time. And the header's in at the back post. Oh my word. It's all falling away at the wrong point. And given our results against most of the top teams this year and last, to be fair, I don't see where the rest of the points come from. We're going to need favours elsewhere. We've given it away from the kickoff. What are you doing? What is going on back there? Williams charges into midfield. The shape in midfield I'm not sure is working. I mean, Odebear is giving Adeniji a nightmare. He's supposed to be great defensively and in a tackle, but it seems to be where he gets caught out the most. I'm going to get Parker in here to Harrison. We might adjust a couple in a minute, but what is going on in the middle? These misplaced 5-yard passes are ridiculous. Minte up to Williams. He's got runners. Odebear again is in. Could be game over. It's just wide. Right, we've got to do something. This is an absolute mauling at the minute. We're going to change Harrison over there. We're going to put Smith as a deep lier on support. Just deal with those runners. Adeniji's getting done, so Takatsuka will drop support. Adeniji will drop defend. We're just going to try and ride the storm for 10 minutes. Get back into the game, get a foothold. And then maybe think about a way forward. Because at the moment, it risks getting out of hand. And we cannot have that. We've got to still be in the game later on. And maybe I look at this in the end and say, is 2 points, if we can get a draw out of this, a decent effort. I'm not sure where the other points come from if it is, as it's a corner kick for Wolves again. Minte into the front post, free header. And that's like a flashback to the start of the season, where we're conceding a goal there in every game. I mean, obviously we've gone a bit more defensive now. They're playing out from the back, but we're not getting pressure on. It's been really weird. We've got to try and do something, but there you go. Takatsuka picks the ball up. By the time he's controlled the ball, we've lost it. That's how much quicker they are here. And it looks like a team without motivation as Muric plays out to the right to Lamptey. Do I change to the back 3? But then how does that help us here either? I don't know. I just feel I've got to do something different because we're getting the mick taken out of us. Minte's in, it might not matter. Oh, it's a great goal. That is a great goal. Wolves showing that those sides in the middle of the table are still a little bit better than us on their day. And at half time, I mean, it's game over. For all of our dominance in the last game, Wolves have done exactly the same here. I'm going to throw the water bottle. I don't know why they're all stressed and anxious. You've been pathetic. I'm going to change shape and we're going to make some big changes. Because I've got to find a way to get back in this. Teddy Ivanov is going to play as a advanced forward. Going to get Adoru off, I think. We could even, I'll tell you what, I might put him in for Smith in midfield because he's been really poor. We'll allow him then to be a centre midfielder on attack, try and create problems from a deeper area. PJ Smith will be replaced by Reece Williams. He'll go centre half with Parker splitting the two. And I think we leave it at that for now, but this has been one of our worst performances of the year, and it's not really the time for it, if I'm being honest with you. I fear already that this is game over, and we're only just going into the second half. And I look at the rest of the season, and it does scare me looking at the fixtures left. Forest drawing with Saints might be a perfect score for us. Just keep both of them down there, and then only one has to have a bad run. There's a crossing from Wolves. Oh, the Bears up. Oh, wow. What a time to throw this in. It's remarkable. Alfie Harrison is going to come off for Jack Morehouse. I've got to try and get a bit of control in this game. I'm also going to go for Takatsuka off for Volsky. And I might as well throw Fernandez on. I'm going to take Sam Ammo off. And I might even leave Fernandez wide there, to be fair. Go as an inside forward on attack. Just let him run in. And try and get back in this game. Because at the moment, we are showing no sign of even competing. Let alone getting a result. A 3-0, it's over. Lejnik makes the mistake. How on earth do we go about getting back into this? I think it leaves us with one sub, which will be one of the wing-backs, I think. Oh, we've given it away from the kickoff again. Just pass it 5 yards accurately. Is it that bloody hard? Reece Williams just hoofs it away. Ivanov nicks in. It's a great effort. I have never seen this team fail to complete so many 5-yard passes. It's infuriating. Lejnik's going to come off for Ishmael. There's no point risking Jimenez with his injury. There's no point throwing Hugill on. Let's just try and keep it respectable, as Adeniji has got a free kick. It's an absolute disgrace of a performance, this. And it is not the time to throw it in, as Adeniji has got a free kick on the right-hand side. Can he find one? No. It's over the bar. I'm thinking now, if we do have the troubles that we're expecting during the run-in, are we going to match last year's total? And is it going to be enough? I'm becoming a bit worried now. Because the games we've won have been smash and grab 1-0s largely. And when we have an off day, God, do we have an off day. And we've seen it against some of the bottom sides as well. Away at Forest earlier in the year, 3-0. Here, 3-0. As Ishmael breaks forward, can we at least get a goal? Can we keep people in the goals? As Ivanov goes back to Fernandez. Into the box to Idowu. Oh, even one of the centre forwards can't score. And bar Ivanov, they're all in a goal drought. That's a problem for the running as well. Teddy Ivanov on corner duty now. Into the box it goes. Parker's up, heads wide. Said it hit the outside of the post. It didn't look that close from here. Muric playing out anyway. I mean, the change of shape has made us more competitive this half, but it's not helped us defensively. We've been an absolute mess. Larson gives it away to Parker. I mean, we're going to be seeing this back five a lot the rest of the year. When we're away at those big boys, we can't play 4-4-2 because we've got to scrap for a few points now. As Ishmael breaks down the left, we are starting to get on top, but it's too little too late. Ishmael in, Idowu's up, and he scored one. Right, that's a positive we can take now. The goal drought has ended for Idowu, and Ishmael gets the assist off the bench too. That's important. I mean, you look at the stats now, there's not much between us, but we can't defend the way we have. We lose 3-1. It's one of our worst performances this season. And it was not the time for it at all, let me tell you that. We need to do better, and now we're going to need some favours elsewhere, because if we look at that table, 25 points, Forest won in the end. That is the worst possible outcome for us. They were the team that were just a little behind. They were on 22 prior to this one. Now we're only 7 points clear. Yes, there's 3 teams there. Maybe one of them has an awful run. But I've got a feeling we're probably going to need one more win. And as we mentioned, we're basically playing all sides in the top 9 now, plus Aston Villa, who have dropped to 13th, but they've got 2 games in hand. Today was an opportunity missed. Today was an awful performance. It's cost us £1 million for Adeniji in one of his worst displays as well. But let's go and have a look at the schedule, because I think we all know what we're going to be back for. We're not expecting many points in the next 5 games. God, I'd love to shock one team. Just give me one result. But we are going to be back for West Ham and Villa. And does it still look like it's going to be a photo finish? Quite possibly. We'll be back for those two to see if we can secure Premier League survival. We should have our youth intake at that point as well. And we'll also have our end of season review. But if you did enjoy this one, a crucial point against Bournemouth in a game where it should have been more, quite frankly, and in an awful display when it mattered most at home to Wolves, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know what you think of the running. It's rotten on paper, but can we get the job done and shock one of those teams? It's only going to take one win, but can we find it somewhere? Maybe someone rests a few. They've got a Champions League semi-final, a Europa League semi-final, and they're resting people in between the two legs. Hopefully that's what we encounter. I just don't know. I fear it's going to go to the last 2 weeks, but if you want to stay up to date and find out and see if we can secure survival just by the skin of our teeth again, and subscribe and turn that notification bell on. We'll be back on Tuesday to find out in our season finale, but between now and then, we've got another Sunday special tomorrow. The head coach is back with Big Cup action on Monday. And of course, if you're behind with any of that in the meantime, the head coach playlist, the guides, the experiments, the Twitch channel, and the football podcast, all up in the eye above. Thank you very much for watching as always. Your support is massively appreciated. And I'll see you back here next time for squeaky bum time at Southend United. This one might be going to the wire, unless one of the big boys does us a favour.